Good morning. Today is Wednesday and it's reading day. Today we're going to be doing the Cat in the Hat like the rest of the week. I would love it if you guys could read the Cat in the Hat. I'm going to send out the PDF with this video, or if you guys can look at the YouTube video of the Cat in the Hat, or even watch the movie because there's a movie on the Cat in the Hat. So let's start with our morning ring today. Let's do the days of the week. 1, 2, 3. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now you. Let's do it together. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Good job. Let's do our months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now your turn. Good job. Now, who can tell me what day is today? It's Wednesday. And what day was yesterday? Tuesday. So if yesterday was Tuesday and today is Wednesday, what day will be tomorrow? Thursday. All right. So now we are going to count. We're going to count to 30. If you can count past 30, I want mommy and daddy or whoever's watching you to send me a video of you counting until you can't count anymore, so that I can see how clever you are. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Good job. Now, yesterday we were talking about shapes. And we were talking about a cylinder that we're doing this week. Show me with your hands a cylinder. And we were talking about a cube. And we were talking about a sphere and a cone. Right. So did you look in your house and see any cylinders or any cubes? Maybe a sphere or a cone. Let me know. And then what we're going to do now is again a recap of this week's colors. We're doing the red color this week. Red. And red is a what color? A primary color. What else is primary colors? It's red and blue and yellow. Those are primary colors. Red, blue and yellow. At home, I want you to practice saying all your other colors and then especially recognizing primary colors everywhere. Primary colors. Now, today we're not going to do math. Today we are going to read The Cat in the Hat. I am going to send a video link to the reading of The Cat in the Hat and the PDF to save some time on this video. because today I want us to do a fun arts and crafts activity again. And this arts and crafts activity is gonna help us with our cutting skills, especially our cutting skills. And it's going to help us with our pasting skills. And remember, cutting skills, very, very, very important for grade 1. So we're gonna need a scissor. We're going to need a pen or a Koki or a crayon, some glue, a toilet roll or a piece of cardboard that you folded into a toilet roll, a piece of white paper, oh my goodness, a piece of blue paper, which is a primary color, and a piece of red paper. Now you're gonna probably need mommy, daddy, whoever is a grown-up's help for this, because you're gonna use a scissor a lot and you need to cut it the right sizes. So we are gonna make a thing 1 or thing 2. If you read the Cat in the Hat story PDF or YouTube or watch the movie, you'll know about thing 1 and thing 2. So we need our red cardboard or red paper. If you don't have red cardboard or red paper, that's fine. Then you're going to paint your toilet roll or your piece of cardboard red. You're going to paint the whole piece red. But if you have cardboard, you're going to cut it the same size as your toilet roll. Then you can cut it, but I think a grown-up will need to help you measure how big it needs to be and watch you while you cut, because cutting can be dangerous. Then you're going to take your glue and you're going to glue your whole piece of cardboard like this, and you're going to fold it around your toilet roll. You're going to fold it around like this so that it's covered in red. What did we learn doing this? We learned how to cut, we learned how to measure, and we learned some nice fine motor skills with the gluing, right? And we practiced memorizing what's primary colors, right? So now we have our cylinder, our red cylinder. Remember, we need to focus on shapes as well. So this is our red cylinder. Then you're going to take your plain white paper. I just took a plain piece of white paper that I found. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to draw a circle on that white paper, like that, a circle. Now remember, if you're drawing a circle, you need to hold your Koki, your pencil, your crayon correctly every single time. Let me remind you how. With your hand like this, daddy finger and mommy finger, you put your pen or crayon on daddy finger, in the middle here on daddy finger, and mommy finger holds on top, and it rests on the rest of your fingers like that. This is how you will always hold a pen or a pencil. If you are left-handed, same thing. Mommy finger and daddy finger, pencil or pen, whatever rests on daddy finger, and mommy finger holds. Same thing. You are not to hold a pencil like this. This is not going to help you. You can't hold a pen or pencil or crayon or whatever like this. You cannot hold like this. I've seen people hold 2 fingers like this. No, it's 1 and the pen is resting on brother finger like that. Not like this, not like this, not some other strange way. We need to learn how to hold it correctly, because if you hold your pen or your pencil correctly, your hand isn't going to get tired when you write a lot, and your muscles in your hand is going to grow so that you can be very clever in maths, writing and spelling in grade 1. So holding your pen correctly from the start helps you with maths and being very clever, developing your mind and your muscles for grade 1. So that's very important. Even if you're coloring, this is how you hold. Okay, even if you're coloring, you can't hold like this or like this. We need to hold it the right way. So then after you now drew your circle on your paper, doesn't have to be perfect, you're drawing your circle. It needs to be quite big. Look at the size. So it needs to be quite big. And then if you can write nicely, or you want to practice writing nicely, please do. If you're struggling a little bit, maybe you can ask a grown-up just to outline for you the words, and then you can trace it. Not doing it for you, helping you to write thing 1. Thing 1. Or if you want to, you can write thing 2. Maybe if you have a older brother or sister, they can make one that says thing 1, and then you can make one that says thing 2, or something like that. If you have a friend you want to make one for when the school opens again, thing 1, thing 2, or if you want to make 2, you can make 2 as well. So remember, we're writing thing 1. Talking test, it starts with talking test, and then a 1. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to just move the camera so that you can see me writing thing 1. I'm just going to put something on top of this paper so that it doesn't move. Right. So this is me, and I'm going to write big talking test. See how I hold my pen correctly? Thing 1. Right. I've now struggled to write because I'm not holding the paper with my other hand. But you get the idea of, thing 1 that you need to write. Then, again, holding your scissor nicely. Let's recap what you should never ever do with a scissor. Point it to someone? No. Point it to yourself? No. Fling it around in the air? Definitely never, no. You never open your scissor and play with it like this if you're not going to cut something. The only time a scissor should be in your hand is if you are cutting something. Right. And always be careful of your fingers when you're cutting. Because if you're going to cut like this, you're going to cut your fingers. And that's going to be very bad. All right, so how do we hold a scissor? Again, like this. Almost like how you would hold a pen or a pencil. 3 fingers now. 2 fingers in here. 1 finger in here. So that you can hold it and open it nicely. This is how you hold a scissor. If the scissor is quite big, like mine, you can put all of your fingers in there. But because you guys are cutting with blood nose scissors, it's normally small enough for you to put 2 fingers. Otherwise, all of those fingers in here and your thumb in there. Point is, thumb should always be alone. Daddy finger always needs to be alone in a scissor. Never here. Never like this, like this, or like this. All right? And then always we are cutting when an adult is looking at us. A grown-up needs to be with you when you are cutting. So now what you're going to do is you're going to cut your circle out like this on the line nicely. So now we have a circle saying thing 1, right? Just like in the Cat in the Hat book, movie, YouTube, whatever you watched, they have red clothes on and they have a little thing saying thing 1. So now we're going to take our glue again, right? And we're going to glue it right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just glue it on there. Remember to save some space on top here for our mouth and nose and eyes. So we're saving a little space up there. So that's thing 1. Right? I hope everyone is still with me. Then we're going to take our pencil, our crayon or pen or marker, whatever. If you want here, you can also ask a grown-up again to just outline it for you and you can go over it. But I will love to see how you guys do on your own. Again, holding it nicely. I'm going to do my eyes. And a nosy. And a mouth. Like that. Eyes, nose, mouth. Just like any person, 2 eyes. Make sure you have 2 eyes. 1 nose, 1 mouth. If you want to, you can even draw 2 ears for your thing 1. Remember, always when you are drawing a person has 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 nose, and a mouth. And you need to draw a face like your face looks. You can't put eyes over here or eyes over here or a nose on top of here. You need to put it in the right places like that. So when we are done with that, we're going to our next primary color, our blue. And now this is going to be the hair of your thing. Your thing 1 or thing 2. I'm going to work with thing 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask for help again with an adult. If you can measure it correctly, good job. But it needs to be about this size. You can even make it a little bit bigger if you want to. And so on, about the length of a normal paper. Like so, just the length of a normal paper. Now this is going to be a bit tricky. What you're going to do is, going to take your glue. You are not going to glue your whole paper. No. You're going to glue a small area at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see nicely, but my glue is only about this much at the bottom. Only like that. Then you're going to fold it again, like so. You're going to fold it. This, I think you should do on your own because this is great exercise for your fingers, your fine motor skills. And I want you to fold it so that the glue is on the outside, okay? Not on the inside, on the outside, because you're going to push this blue inside this red cylinder of yours, right? So the glue needs to be on the outside so that it can stick. So if you glued your blue paper on the inside, this is how it's supposed to look, like that, right? Now remember, if we're done with the glue, we're done with the glue now. You always close your glue lest it dry out. We're done with our marker or pen or pencil or Koki. Then we close it and we put it away. we are not done with our scissor. Now, if you remember in the Cat in the Hat, if you look at pictures, their hair is wild. It's big and wild. So now, to practice cutting skills, you are going to hold your scissor correctly, like this or like this. And you are going to cut a crazy hairstyle for your thing. Like this. This is practicing your hand muscles. This is practicing your concentration. This is practicing hand-eye coordination. And this is practicing how to cut, which is very important for grade 1 because you're going to be cutting so many things. So now we are cutting, as you can see, we are cutting a crazy hairstyle for thing 1 here. Now he has crazy hair. You can make the hair shorter if you want to, like that. And then remember to pick up all these little pieces. Now, if you pick up the little pieces, if you cut, this can also be a great exercise for you to do, because then you pick up with mommy finger and daddy finger only. And this helps your fine motor skills, which is very important for brain development and muscle development, which is going to help you with writing and maths one day. So then you have your crazy hairstyle. So now, if you even want to practice counting and counting objects, you can count the pieces of hair like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, until you've counted all of the hairs. Remember, touching something, again, touching something small, mommy finger and daddy finger while counting. 1, 2. And then you see how far you can count and how many hairs he has. And this is your thing 1 for the Cat in the Hat. Now, I told you that I'm not going to read the book out loud for you today. I did plan to, but because of the length of this video already and time, I'm going to just ask some questions that I want you to answer. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask the questions, and then you are going to send me a voice note, or you're going to send me preferably maybe a video of you giving me the answers, okay, of the questions. Mommy, daddy, whoever will find the questions that I'm asking on the PDF that I have sent them. I think maybe it's PDF 1 because, sorry, my battery is low now, because I want us to really thoroughly go through all of the books. So I'm quickly going to try and find the questions that I ask on the books, because that way you practice your memory and all of those stuff. And if I ask you the same questions that's on the PDF, mommy and daddy can repeat them for you at home. So we're talking about the Cat in the Hat. You're going to look at the video on YouTube, or you're going to read the PDF book that I'm going to send. Either or, here are the questions. I want you to think about it really nicely and then send me a video of you answering the questions. Remember, I'm going to use these stuff that you are sending me just to build up a little portfolio and to brag about you to everyone and to all the other teachers and tell them how cute and how clever and how smart you guys are. So this is for me to brag about how much you guys know and how smart you are. So the first question on The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss is: what was your favorite part of The Cat in the Hat? What was your favorite part of The Cat in the Hat? What happened in the end of The Cat in the Hat? What happened in the end of The Cat in the Hat? What happened in the beginning of The Cat in the Hat? What happened in the beginning of The Cat in the Hat? How did you feel reading The Cat in the Hat? And why did you feel like that? How did you feel reading The Cat in the Hat, and why did you feel like that? What did thing 1 and thing 2 do? What did thing 1 and thing 2 do in The Cat and the Hat? And then I want you to tell me about the story. Tell me the story of The Cat in the Hat in your own words, if you can do that. So I want you to tell me the story of The Cat in the Hat in your own words. All right. So if you can ask mommy and daddy to send me a voice note or to send me a video of you doing that, I will be very, very, very happy. All right. So we finished reading, doing the reading of The Cat in the Hat. You're going to read that on your own at home. I did the questions now with you. And then we made our own thing 1. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. We did the days of the week. We did the months of the year. We counted up to 30. We did primary colors, which is what? Red, yellow, blue. We did 3D shapes, which is a cylinder, a cube, a sphere, and a cone. Then we also did the seasons. I don't remember if I did the seasons, but if we didn't do the seasons, remember summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So you need to go over that and learn that every day. You need to every day go over that. And then we did reading The Cat in the Hat. I want you to remember that Dr. Seuss is the one that wrote The Cat in the Hat. When we read books, it's important for us to know who wrote the book, because this expands our knowledge of the world. And we want to be clever kids, don't we? So we need to understand who wrote the book as well. So you're going to read The Cat in the Hat at home if you haven't already, or watch the YouTube reading, or even watch the movie. And then you're going to answer those questions for me. You can find the questions on the PDF of the weekly work that I sent your mommies and daddies. So then you're going to answer those questions for me and send a video or voice note of you answering those questions for me. And you are going to tell me about The Cat in the Hat in your own words, right? Then, with our arts and crafts of today, we focused mainly on cutting using a scissor and rules about using a scissor. Recapping them: you don't point a scissor at someone, you don't wave the scissor around, and you don't open and play with a scissor unless you're going to cut something. We worked on how to hold a scissor correctly. Then we worked on measuring skills, which is important for mathematical development. One day you'll understand what that is. I think your mommies and daddies care about that more now than you do. Excuse me. So then we did some measurement skills, looking at how big or how small we needed to cut the paper. Then we did some, oh my goodness. Then we did some pasting skills, which is also very, very important for muscle development in our hands, and also cognitive development, thinking about where to put the glue. And then we also again worked with a Koki, a crayon, a pencil, whatever, and we talked about the right grip, always the right grip, and how we need to practice that every day. We drew a circle, so that was shape recognition. We cut the circle. We did number recognition, 1 or 2. And if you can recognize all those letters, that would be great as well. Then we also did body recognition and language skills, knowing eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and knowing where they go on a face, knowing the right position of your eyes, the right position of your nose, the right ears, sorry you guys, the right position of your ears, the right position of your nose, the right position of your mouth. That's very, very important when you draw someone. That we also did. We did the recap of how many eyes do you have, how many nose, how many mouth. We did that. Then lastly, we worked a lot on our cutting skills. This means our fine motor skills, our hand-eye coordination, and concentration was worked on when we cut the hair. And we can use this now to count easily and work on our fine motor skills. So that was today, Wednesday, our Cat in the Hat reading and doing some art regarding the cat in the hat. I hope you guys learned something today. Please send me pictures of the amazing art that you did. Send me videos of you doing the art. Maybe reading the book, maybe talking about the book. I would love to hear from you guys. And I miss you so, so, so much every single day. And I think about you all the time. And I can't wait for us to be in class again, because I have so many surprises planned for you. And I will send out a video again tomorrow for you guys. I love you.